Guys, what I'm looking at here is not AI. This is apparently from Shift Up themselves. We have confirmation. We have a couple things to go over today, so let's get right into the news. Somebody in the comment section on Reddit tried to steal my joke. I beat you to it, though. This person put, "You cannot save gems." My Evangelion reference, I put, "You cannot remain free to play," because, you know, you are not alone, you cannot advance, you cannot redo, and then the event for Nikke is called "You cannot evade." So my joke was, "You cannot remain free to play." Much better joke. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 4 new Nikkes from the event, not 1, not 2, but 8 new costumes, some available for free. New event themed around Evangelion with 3 stages, 3 co-op events. Please, for the love of God, if you queue up for solo queue, please know how to get past the QTEs. How about you eat my balls? Because if I don't get... Here's the thing. The boss has a health bar, okay? You drain the health bar. You get to node 9. The battle should be over. Just give me all the rewards for doing all the damage. What is the point of making the player wait 3 full minutes when they've beaten the boss in 20 seconds? Because people, you get into a match with a bunch of whales, and the battle is over in 20 seconds. We've done all the damage. Let's get on with our lives. Don't be mad at me because I want to get out of here. Get mad at Shift Up for making a stupid reward system where you have to sit around for 3 minutes doing nothing to get rewards. Just shooting at a boss that you've already drained the health bar on. If you think that that's fun gameplay, I don't know what to tell you. So there's a lot of stuff in this update. So we got Asuka, we have Rei. There's some kind of mistranslation or something here. Rei is an attacker who increases her damage with strong element. What does that mean? As strong element. What does that mean? And supports the attacks of fire code allies. When her burst skill is in use, she protects the squad with a shield and launches a powerful attack. So she's not really an attacker. She's a buffer and a supporter. So I don't know why they're calling her an attacker when she buffs and she protects with a shield. That doesn't make any sense. But then Asuka is also an attacker who provides attack support for all fire code allies and herself. But then her damage of strong element multiplies. I still don't know what that means, giving her greater advantage over wind code enemies. So Asuka's makes sense. She's an attacker and she uses her burst skill and she does more damage over wind code enemies, I guess. Then you have Mari. Is it Mari or Mary? I don't know. I have not gotten... I'm like on episode 3 of the anime. So I haven't gotten to the rebuilds yet. I have no idea who Mari is, or Mary, however you say her name. She is a supporter that deals damage to all allies. It doesn't make any sense. Why do we have supporters that also deal damage? Like, shouldn't a buffer be a buffer? Shouldn't a supporter be a supporter? Enhances the attack of all allies with Pierce. So she's not really a supporter, she's a buffer. These terms are nebulous. It just feels like the terms don't even really mean anything. Like, a defender, you think tank. Supporter, you think, like, healer. And, like, if I hear buffer, I think, oh, okay, buffs my abilities or something. There's just a language thing here that needs to be fixed. Because, like, Misato is labeled a supporter, and she's all heals. She's a healer, and periodically recovers HP of an ally with the lowest health, continuously recovers all allies' HP as her burst. So she's a supporter, healer, that makes sense. Okay, got it. And then we have the special costume is costume gacha. Okay, so we have one costume gacha. Oh, jeez. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of different, a schoolgirl outfit. And the thing is, these girls are all over the place. Like, apparently Misato is in the rebuilds, but she doesn't look the same way that she does. Like, right here, they got her in 3.0. She looks like a bellhop. But in 1.0, she kind of looks like how she looks in the actual anime. So she's you know, I like this. Aged 43. Oh, God bless. There's nothing better than a 43-year-old woman. Except maybe a 40-year-old woman. You know, you know, the older that they get, it starts to be like a trade-off of, like, you know, it's great that they just kind of hang out and, like, you know, you watch a movie with them and, like, they fall asleep, but you know they're not cheating on you because they're so tired because they work all day long. But once the older that they get past 40, there starts to be a trade-off there of like, this woman's gonna die before I do. What do I do? She's gonna leave me all alone. But yes, 43 years old. That is primo. This is I'm liking what I'm seeing here. 40-year-olds are they're chef's kiss. I'm not gonna watch this Go-Go Gacha video, but I am gonna come down here because I saw a comment. Usually I read my own comments, but I'm gonna read one of Go-Go Gacha's comments. Where is it? I gotta find it. Abnormal. They need to add an abnormal tower. They could either give abnormal moles that could be only used for collabs or just normal modes. I think that they should do something like with this. Because you put all the, but the thing is, if you make an abnormal tower, that's kind of like an event, and I don't know if you would have to pay the taxpayers, if you would have to pay the rights holders to have an abnormal tower event. Because if you make that a normal thing and you're incentivizing players to come play the collab characters, the rights holders could probably say something like, hey, if you're going to be using our characters as a reoccurring event, then you need to pay us royalties. So I don't think we're ever going to get that, but that is a good idea. I think it is a good idea to incentivize people, give people a reason to use everything that's in the game. It would give people a reason to dust off their Makima. It would give them a reason, maybe even to wipe off or to dust off their Himeno. How you say her name? Hamano? You know, for as much talk, like people say that 2B is good and everything, but I don't ever see anyone using her. I don't see anyone using Makima or Power or 2B or A2. I see Amelia in PvP all the time, and you're never gonna see these characters because they're SRs. And like I said, maybe I'll put some abnormal gear on Misato and make her meta. It would be really cool if she just on her own, just by the way that Shift Up made her, it would be great if she's just meta on her own. But one thing I want to ask, I gotta ask you guys, because you guys know everything and I know nothing. You always love to have a host that knows nothing. What does this asterisk 3 mean? Does this mean that there's gonna be 3 copies of her? So that means that does that mean that we can MLB her? Like we can get her like 3 copies of her and she's going to be stronger because of that? Because I'm pretty sure don't SRs max out at 2 stars? You got 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars. Where's my Rem? My Ram. Even Ram only had 2 stars. Does this 3 mean that we're going to be getting 3 copies of her and she actually is going to have 3 limit breaks? Or does this have something to do with, like, this is, like, the 3rd iteration of her in the Evangelion? Like, she's one of the 3 different, you know, alternate timelines or whatever of Misato. I don't know. Like I said, I'm only on, like, episode 3 of the anime. I got to the part where you go back to Misato's apartment and you see all the beer cans lying around, and I was just like, I'm in love with this chick. There's nothing better than going to a chick's house and she's just walking around, barely wearing any clothes, and she's got beer cans everywhere. I'm like, the first thing I said was, "Damn, bitch, you live like this?" But then I settled on this. Like, she's a 10, but she lives like Asmongold. Because, yeah, she's super hot, but then like, oh my god. People were throwing this one around yesterday. Sometimes I fantasize about Misato coming home drunk and beating me until I feel numb. She kicks me in the ribs until I can hardly breathe. Then she starts to cry and apologizes, begging me to forgive her. She holds me all night long and gently cried to her t-shirt. Is there any hope for me? Really, I'm only really looking forward to Misato. I mean, maybe these other characters are cracked. Maybe they're really good. I don't know if I'm going to MLB any of them. But we'll see. I just rambled for like 500 hours, and now I'm gonna end the video by saying that's what I think.